Welcome back to another OTD unboxing video. Today I have a special case of Hot Wheels pop culture direct from onestopdiecast.com. Thank you, One Stop Diecast, for sending this case over. This is the Pop Culture Mix J for 2025. We actually have 5 releases in this mix. We're going to unbox it here for you. And the one I'm very very excited for is the redo of the old school Dodge van. Yes. So we have one new casting in this mix, one new release in this mix, and then basically 3 repeats. So let's get the repeats out of the way, okay? Gonna just unbox it here. In this mix, you'll get 2 of every car. So, and for some reason, I don't know why, the original case contents showed that we would be getting a G.I. Joe, some sort of G.I. Joe airplane. I think it's actually a redo of the Grumman. But when these cases showed up, we got this one instead. It is a repeat of the Nissan Skyline GTR B&R 34. Not sure why we're seeing it so close to the release. Was it just at the end of last year? But for Skyline fans, for collectors that like to resell, this is for you. But for collectors that don't want repeats in their collection, I don't tell you. Anyways, next car out of the case, we got the Back to the Future Ford Super Deluxe. It is, the infamous manure car, Biff's manure car from Back to the Future. Awesome car, awesome casting. It's just that we've seen it before. So, the thing if you're a variation collector to look for on these cars, I know that the manure comes in various colors, various shades of brown. The car in the past has come in gloss black, matte black. We even saw it as actually an employee car in red with, instead of manure, it was white snow. I am still trying to track that down myself, actually. Maybe at the upcoming Nationals event, I'll find one. But regardless, we have the Ford Super Deluxe from Back to the Future again. All right, and then the other repeat in this case, pop culture, obviously, line of Hot Wheels that is known for the repeats. I believe it has to do with the licensing and, paying an arm and a leg for licensing and being able to do new castings like we'll see in this mix. Also involves seeing some repeats. And we have the Deadpool scooter here. So, repeats out of the way. Boom. All right. New castings or new releases out of this case. We see the 66 Dodge A100 return. We've seen this casting has been a mainstay in Hot Wheels pop culture for a number of years. And pop culture has been around, since I believe it's 2013. And before that, it was, we had the slick rides and the sweet ride. So really, pop culture has been around in some form or another since 2011. We have the 66 Dodge A100, though, here in Masters of the Universe Deco. We got Skeletor and his mighty beast fighting He-Man. And so the car itself is actually green. It's like a lime green. And the deco, it's like a full wrap deco done in very, 70s, 80s kind of style deco. Wrap around with the purple there. Cool steely wheels on this one. This is a casting I kind of actually lukewarmly collect. I don't think I have all of them, no, but I have been trying to track them down here and there when I see them, see a good deal for them. So, but it is the 66 Dodge A100, a new release of that casting. Great to see that one. So, that leaves us with the star of the case here. The casting I was most excited for. This is a brand new casting designed by no one other than Hot Wheels premium designer Ron Wong. It is the 1979 Dodge Ram van from Old School. So, Old School came out while I was in college. It was like the anthem for college at the time, back in the early 2000s. And Old School was just the coolest movie ever. You My Boy, shout out You My Boy Blue. All right. So we see a new casting here. It is much closer to the actual car in the movie. I mean, it's replicating the actual car in the movie, or the van, versus, and let me bring it out here. Just going to move the box to the side here and bring out the previous release of this. So you may be thinking, oh, was this a repeat? No, we have this previous release, and is actually the custom. If you're a Hot Wheels fan, you'll know that this is the custom 77 Dodge van casting from 2008. This release in particular, the old school release, this is the old school van. It came in entertainment with the old school card. The packaging looked a little different at the time, but it is a different casting. It is the custom 77 Dodge van. It has a really cool metal flake black paint job. I actually collect this casting, so I was actually excited for this. Granted, it doesn't look much like the van in the movie. The van in the movie, if you remember, it's the one where they go and they start rounding up the members of the fraternity to haze them and stuff like that. It's kind of like jacked up. It's got a rake for sure. They were driving around with masks on and stuff. But this is the previous release, like I said, and it was from 2014. Oh, we got a little tape there. Get that off. Where did that tape come from? Probably from the top of the case there. Yep, left a little residue even. So, yeah, I'll get that off eventually. But we have the custom. This is just a nice, I mean, it was nice at the time. It's really cool actually because it's all black. It's just kind of a, you wouldn't know, I guess, if you saw this by itself without the packaging, that it was an old school release, unless you knew. But blacked out top, very nice. And we actually saw this casting in 2014 with the Anchorman, like it had the Anchorman like antenna and stuff and satellite on the top. So I wonder if we'll see that one again, since we're seeing the old school release and we're seeing a new casting for this essentially the car from the movie, or van from the movie. So, and that begs the question, will we see Red Dragon? If you remember, that was like a Firebird Trans Am that Will Ferrell's character had. It was called the Red Dragon. So it'd be cool if we saw that to go with this one for any old school fans out there. But that is it. That is those are the 5 releases in this case. Obviously highlighted by the old school new casting in the mix, new release here in the Masters of the Universe, and 3 repeats from previous years. Let me know. Let's talk in the comments. What do you think? I mean, we could beat the repeats horse to death, but let's talk about these new castings. What about this old school casting? A new van, and it looks like, let's see, let's just check really quick. Is it licensed by a movie studio? It does not appear to be. So if it's not licensed by the movie studio, there is a good chance that we will see this in other aspects, so in other paint jobs and stuff like that. We won't be tied to just the old school release, but we'll know that in the future. But we won't worry about that now because we have an awesome new casting, and then obviously this new Dodge A100. Pretty cool Masters of the Universe. All right, as always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Look out for the next unboxing.